Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be, we were together, but you weren't with me. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe, like, and share. As you can tell, I'm in a new location, transitioning to a new location. And when you are transitioning, in other words, you are in the unknown, circumstances happen and you cannot always control what you like to control. Like I mentioned on the channel frequently, you have to live in the present moment. Anyway, here we are in the present moment. I'm here with you and we were together, but you were not with me. So this goes back to the narcissistic relationship again. When you were together with the narcissist, I'm certain you were literally with them, meaning perhaps you were working with them, perhaps you co-parented with them, perhaps it was a sibling, perhaps it was a friend, a neighbor, a part of a church or a organization. And you may have been together, but was the narcissist actually with you? They weren't. They were too busy looking for other sources of supply and most likely getting your replacement or grooming people to make them feel good about themselves and to have the false narrative spread around the community that in fact the narcissist is beloved and they do no wrong. And remember, the narcissist would always, frequently, they would put others in front of you, no matter who you were, because once they got to know you, let's say it's a romantic relationship, as an example, or a familiar relationship, once they know who you are, they know that you're basically going nowhere until they discard you or until you wise up and you end the relationship, which doesn't happen nearly as frequently as it should. But the point of the video, just like the thumbnail says, is we were together, but you weren't with me. What that means is you were arm candy. You were there as an appliance. You were there for your resources. Perhaps it was your social circle. In other words, you could get the narcissist into special events or special locations, or you had a beach house, or you had a property somewhere, or you had a boat, etc. Or maybe you had a lot of financial resources. Perhaps it was your looks, your status. Perhaps it was your job. Perhaps there are so many ways the narcissist extracts your resources from you. But the thing is, you may have been together, but they weren't with you. You see, they were always out. Imagine, if you will, when you were going to a party or a get-together, barbecue, what would the narcissist be doing? That's right, they would be scanning the room, looking for old acquaintances, of course, to touch base with them and make sure that nothing new has happened in their lives that they need to know about. Or you get my point, getting up to date with everybody. Or if there were new individuals, that's exactly what they're going to. They're going to do the reconnaissance on the new people and see who they are and learn about them and see how they can how the narcissist can extract resources from them. Maybe not that night, maybe not that week, but down the road. That's why the narcissist is always on the prowl. And like I mentioned in the thumbnail, you were together, but they weren't with you. Of course they weren't with you. How many times did you go to a social event and the narcissist would be walking 3, 4, 5 steps in front of you because they couldn't wait to get there? How many times would they tell you when it was time to leave? Perhaps you were just actually having a good time and settling in because you weren't walking on eggshells, because you actually had a little bit of time for yourself. But no, lo and behold, the narcissist said, time to go. Let's go, let's leave. Things like this. You see, you may have been together, but they weren't there for you and they weren't with you. They were literally using you as a source of supply to make them look better, to give them perhaps even a ride to the event, whatever it is, or to offer them transportation, a roof over their head, shelter, pay their bills, plan their vacations, be their errand person, be the person who does virtually everything for them while you're improving the narcissist's life and to the detriment of your own. That's exactly what happens. So the narcissist knows this, and they know post love bomb / euphoric stage that you're going to be working harder than ever on that hamster wheel, spinning around for the narcissist's attention. And what happens? Yeah, you'll get some attention from the narcissist. Most of it will be negative, some will be positive, but I can assure you the narcissist will have you working harder and harder for them during the relationship when you're in the devaluation stage. Ultimately, you will enter the discard stage, or you will continue to stay in the narcissistic fog in that zombie-like state. And that's where some people are, actually many people are, because they don't have the education and perhaps it's too late for them, or they're so beaten down, or they have nowhere to turn. In other words, they're being financially abused. The narcissist, once they sink their dirty fangs into you, it is insidious. And it's unlike anything you've ever experienced, because this person who perhaps you trusted, even fell in love with or had kids with, they're not who you thought they were. And it's not until it's too late many times that people actually get the education. They're like, oh my gosh, like the house, the car, the boat, everything's in the narcissist name. What happened here? I thought I was on the mortgage. I thought the car was under my name. Things like that. This is what the narcissist has been planning all along. That's financial abuse. That's only one way. Other ways are parental alienation, which I haven't discussed, which is a whole different, that's a series in and of itself. Another way is future faking. They're telling you, oh, of course, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, but we can't do it until we do A, B, and C. And then you do A, B, and C, and they're like, okay, let's do X, Y, and Z. They're like, no, let's do P, D, and Q. In other words, that's the moving goalposts. How many times in the relationship when you were with a narcissist did the rhetoric change? In other words, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. You plan for it, you do everything you can. It never comes to fruition. Why? Because the narcissist has you in the devaluation stage, and most likely they either have your replacement or are getting ready to insert your replacement because they have no intention of doing what they said, which is future faking. Aside of that, we were together, but you weren't with me. It's the same thing. Say you're on an airplane ride, or say you're on a bus, or say you're watching a movie, if you still watch movies, and you're sitting right next to the narcissist. Are they actually engaging with you and talking to you? No, they're not. No, they're too busy getting supply on their smartphone or too busy doing other things behind your back on social media when in fact you think that you're in a healthy relationship. You're not. Let's take the movie, for example. I'm certain many of you will be watching movies with the narcissist, and what would happen there? You would put you would put the movie in, and the movie would be playing, but would the narcissist be paying attention? No, they wouldn't be paying attention. What they would be doing is they would be telling you, oh, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Hang on a second, you guys, sorry. They would be like, no, just keep playing. It's okay. Or they'd fall asleep. Or they would get up and say, hey, I'll be right back. I have to go. They wouldn't be spending quality time with you. There's no such thing as quality time with the narcissist. Remember, you are an appliance. You are an extension of them. You are meant to do what they want, when they want. And that's exactly what your role is. So when you were together, but they weren't with you. Of course they weren't. Again, I'm going to say this again. Once you are in the devaluation stage, it's game over. You just don't know it because the narcissist already has you locked down. And again, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a sibling. It can be a neighbor. It can be a boss, a coworker. It can be a member of a community. These things happen. And when they happen, the person, which is you watching the video, and again, thank you very much for being here, your head is spinning. You can't believe the way you're being treated. You can't believe that someone that actually you trusted, and perhaps you went into business with this person, they turned out to be something completely different. And that's when the mask slips. That's when let's take the business relationship for a minute. In the business relationship, remember, the narcissists portray themselves as being really savvy and smart, and they can do all these things. They can do A, B, and C, and you're going to do X, Y, and Z. Then you sign the contract on the dotted line, and you do X, Y, and Z, but the narcissist isn't doing their A, B, and C. What are they doing? They're pretty much not doing anything at all, but it's too late because the ink is dry on the contract. You're now partners with them, and they're taking your hard work and they're reaping the benefits from that. Again, so many times the narcissist takes advantage of people in the business sense, in financial abuse, in parental alienation, in you sitting right next to them and them totally ignoring you. The list goes on and on. And I just want to let you guys know that in a narcissistic relationship, once you get the wisdom and you get the education, you have your first light bulb moment, that's when you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on here. That's when you find channels like mine and many others, and you understand that you need to get out of this relationship. Going back to the narcissist for the second round, third round, fourth round, whatever, it will never benefit you. It only gets worse over time. And as that happens, what it does is it delays your healing path, your healing process, because you keep on falling for the false rhetoric of the narcissist. You keep on believing that things will change and that you can get back to that love bomb / euphoric stage. You can't, you won't, and you never will. So we were together, but you were alone. Just like the thumbnail said, the truth of the matter is, yeah, I'll give you another example. You're on vacation, you're driving, and you're sitting right next to the narcissist. You're driving or they are. Are you actually communicating and enjoying the scenery and laughing? And no, you're not. What's happening? Either the narcissist is sound asleep because you're the chauffeur, or B, they're telling you how poor you drive the car, or C, that you missed a turn, or D, that you're late because the sun's going down and you're not going to be there on time. The list goes on and on. It's all about drama, confusion, chaos, manipulation, and destruction. That's why these relationships are one-sided. That's why they don't benefit you, and they never have, and they never will. That's exactly why you need to close the chapter on the narcissistic relationship, remove all flying monkeys, block people, delete people, and live your best life. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica in a undisclosed location. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. Guys, it's my first night in a new location. I'm a little bit rusty. I will do better, I promise. I'm still working on getting things done. Remember, like I say on the channel all the time, you can control what you can control. And today, I could not control much. My hope is tomorrow I can control a lot more. I love you all. God bless you. Remember, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you. Have a great night. All right. Good night, you guys. Bye.